Thank you so much for sharing your time with us here on So Jannelle. I'm your host, Jannelle. So reminding everyone that you may now see us whenever you want and however you want. We are available on demand on I Want TFC. And of course, if you want fuller versions of the segments that you see on TV, we also drop longer segments on our social media channel on YouTube. That's So Jannelle TV. Also, we have exclusive social media only content for you that we produce on once again on our social media platforms. That's YouTube. Like I said earlier, make sure that you subscribe and you click on the notification bell so you know every time we drop new content. We are also on Facebook, facebook.com/SoJannelleTV, and on Instagram, instagram.com/SoJannelleTV. Sa pag-uumpisa po at pagbubukas ng ating taon 2024, we are bringing you stories of inspiration and exclusive interviews. Earlier, we gave you our conversation with the highest-ranking Filipina in the Biden administration, that's Secretary Nani Coloretti. Right about now, we have another Filipina powerhouse for all of you. She is Gina Ortiz Jones, who served the Biden administration as the Undersecretary of the Air Force. And here is her story. You represent well for the Filipinos. How does it make you feel now that you're part of that? You're part of that Filipino-American history.
Well, I'm very proud, as you mentioned. I mean, when you don't know where you're going, if you don't know where you came from, and I know exactly where I came from. I'm the proud daughter of somebody who graduated from UP Diliman, but humbled herself and came here as a domestic helper because she wanted a chance at the American dream. My uncle came here as part of the steward program. Prefecto Medinilla Ortiz came here as part of the steward program, and in just one generation, I was honored to serve as the Undersecretary of the Air Force, and my sister proudly serves as a drill instructor in the United States Navy. So it really speaks to, one, what hard work gets you in this country, but frankly, I was raised by a Filipino mom, and so, you work hard and then you work harder. So very, very proud of what we've been able to accomplish thanks to her sacrifice.
Also, it's good that we're accomplishing things for ourselves, making us feel proud of ourselves, representing for our community, but at the same time, this administration, can you give us your thoughts on how much they are reaching out to be inclusive, and how much they are making sure that we, as people of color, communities of color, are being seen and are being heard?
Well, I think all you have to do is look at the amazing investments that they've made in us as a country. When you look at the infrastructure bill, when you look at all of the major investments from infrastructure to public health to student loan debt, to making sure that we are also investing in our national security in a very smart way. And given my recent position, I think it's also important, we don't often talk about it, but American leadership is indispensable. And given what is happening currently in the Indo-Pacific, when you look at the ways in which the PRC's actions challenge our security, our interests, and our values, one of the key partners that we will have in addressing those challenges is the Philippines. And so when we think about the 4 million Filipino-Americans here in this country, the bonds that connect us, that is so critical when we think about our collective challenges and making sure that, frankly, we've got a democracy here, but also it is democracies that best serve people all over this world. And so when America leads, certainly at home, but also when America leads abroad, we're a safer world.
Speaking of leaders, Filipinos, typically they shy away from politics, and it has been manifested in the political scene here in the U.S. as well, because as immigrants, we keep to ourselves, we want to make sure that we give our children, our families that American dream, but now we are seeing more and more people like you, people like Nani, people like, Filipinos that are serving in government. What would your advice be to those who may have aspirations to do that?
Well, look, I think it's really important that if you think you can serve your community and your country in some way, that you do that. Because I think we always remember, those opportunities where we wish we would have spoken up, or we wish we would have said that thing in the meeting, or we wish we would have taken that opportunity. And I think with all of the challenges that we have as a country, and certainly in our own communities, there's no one better than somebody with certainly the background, the expertise, and the courage to make sure that folks are well represented. So if you think you can do that, then raise your hand and step in the arena.
I love that. Fun question, very quickly. Your top 3 favorite food?
Okay. Oh, this is easy though. So my number 1 dessert, but maybe also breakfast, ensaymada. right? And so if you ever find yourself in San Antonio, Susie's Lumpia House, best in Samara. One, and then two, I love balatong. Like just mung beans with a little bit of chicharron. Like I love balatong. And then this one's really hard, but I love the niguan or panakput. You know, thankfully I run. Because otherwise I would weigh like 300 pounds because I love Filipino food so much. But those are probably, you put me on the spot, but those are my main ones.